Dig it out? You could, but move... Huh? You really can't. And you, on the other hand, think this plan is a joke, even if the ibis gets its entire family involved?
Wow! Things are really kicking off over here. Looks like we've got a weasel thief and a heated argument with a bird.
We're plotting and scheming, to be precise. I'm told we have to get all our ducks in a row, but my co-conspirators disagree quite strongly on the best approach. All right, I believe you. I'm sure you do have friends in high places. From a short girl with a metal arm and a hat. Oh, of course you can keep talking like that so long as you enjoy it. I'm going to have a little chat with the Traveler and Paimon now.
Huh, it really did quiet down. Being able to understand animal speak is so cool.
Trust me, Paimon, you would not enjoy it very much at all. Don't misunderstand. Nothing terrible would happen. Although, that being said, I was overjoyed when I first discovered that I could understand animals. This ability is always active, and
Oh. Yeah, that would be a problem. And if you can't control it, that means...
Exactly. People say that listening to the bird song deep in the woods gives them a profound sense of peace and quiet that lifts their... But no matter where I go, when I stand in the forest, I hear the chatter of... They argue loudly about who's to blame for damaging whose roost, or which part of the woods the best twigs come from.
Alright. Waking up to the sound of birds chirping is pretty nice, but replace that chirping with bickering, and suddenly it doesn't seem so appealing.
As for me, I've lived with it so long that I'm used... Yes, plotting and scheming. Thank you for reminding me. I got a little sidetracked. Although, now that the Traveler's here, we might just have the solution to our problem. No, just you will suffice. This job involves breaking into a storage room by undoing the seal created with the moon mirror by a previous moon chanter. But for someone of your talents, I'm sure... Don't worry, I'm sure you'll be fine. Come, let's go.
Running away?
Here we are. What you see now...
Oh, must be a pretty precious statue if they went to all this effort to steal...
Do not worry. This little one did some scouting for...
Oh, nice. That's good to know. And yeah, that's all...
That's true. Each time I ask it...
Huh! What a thieving little weasel! Oh, But considering that it's helping you keep watch... How about... Weasel Guardian! Can't catch Paimon! Paimon can...
Be nice to our guests. To retrieve the lunar semblance, we need to activate... If you head over there and take the mechanism on that side, I'll take this side. That won't be a problem. It will keep me updated on where you are and which mechanism is in front of you. Understood. I will retrieve the lunar semblance now. Huh? The way out has been blocked. Could you try that again? Understood. I will retrieve the lunar semblance now.
Wow! What a huge statue! He probably couldn't even get past the mirror.
In terms of Mora? Not much, I suspect. It's crudely fashioned, and the kind of... But to the moon chanter of that era, and to the... If nothing else, I now have concrete proof of its to me. That makes this a very success. Thank you for your help. I knew I had judged you correctly. And our little friend here was very impressed with your mechanism operating skills.
What is it saying, Lauma?
It says that the Traveler is the best treasure hunter it's ever seen. It wishes it could join her on a quest to unlock all the treasure chests in the world. From now on, I'll call on you if I ever find a treasure chest I can't crack.
Okay. Bye then.
Don't worry, it won't come knocking on your window every day, and it certainly won't be visiting your room in the dead of night.
Uh-oh. We better make sure to lock all our doors and windows before we go.
Relax. That weasel's only a child. All right, let's head back. Oh, and we still need to figure out how to get this. It seems like I'll need a little help from my friends. Just here will do.
Oh. That all went down without much...
Well, it's just a plain old statue. A historical relic. It doesn't... The real value lies in the stories behind it. My job is to...
Cool! Well, it's a good thing we got it back here in one piece.
Indeed. And you two have my thanks for that. Please, take these fruits and quench your thirst. And after that, forgive me, but I apologize if this is presumptuous of me. But I've seen how well connected you are. And I've heard of your many travels on your future travels, if you ever come across any texts about the Frost Moon Scions, could I borrow them and make you have my sincere gratitude on behalf of the Frost Moon Scions.
Oh boy.
These animals have lived their whole lives in this forest. This one says to eat as much as you wish, because it's the top fruit finder in the whole...
Awesome! Thanks so much!
Is this really necessary?
Nothing's going right lately. Is a good night's sleep too much to ask for?
There, I know. If nothing is going right, then
You really think so? You know, Ineffa,
I could not say, but please get some rest. I will inspect these sorting robots for you.
I'm gonna give each one a hit on the head with my wrench. I gotta see for myself which one is going haywire. Oh, Traveler! Paimon! It's you! Hi, Aino! Hi, Ineffa! It feels like it's been ages since I last saw you. But anyway, seeing you makes me feel a bit better.
I know. It appears my analysis was correct. You were getting upset over nothing, but now that the Traveler and Paimon are here, conclusion. Everything—
Well, I can't fault that logic. Oh, what's the matter, Aino? You can tell us. Whatever's going on. Oh, it's nothing major. People keep getting into fights around here, and last night they crashed right into my workshop. Oh, sounds like the Clink Clank Krumkage craft shop is living up to its name. Oh, sorry, not the point. So, who are—
Do not be alarmed. It's a group of treasure hoarders on the run after stealing from the Fatui.
Treasure hoarders? Dipping into the Vatui's pockets? Wow, the Nokrai faction's pretty bold. Sorry, again, not the point. What matters is, disturbing people in the middle of the night is unacceptable. Yeah, before Ineffa came back, all I could do was hide in the workshop and curse them under my breath. But
I already cleared them out last night. You will not be bothered again, I know.
you're the best. Wow, so problem solved, right? Well, the sleeping problem is solved, but now there's an issue with my prospector bots. They're supposed to sort out the useful— Nice! Sounds impressive! No, not impressive! There's a trade—
Correct. The sorting bots delivered several items of no utility this morning. The ratio of useful to non-useful items—
My bots don't just break down for no reason. You know what I think? It was sabotage! And and we'll find them and make them pay! Yeah! But first, I need to figure out which bot they messed with. How are you going to do that? By staring him down. You gotta— Okay, so— I don't know. If it doesn't work, I'll just drag them in. Whoa! How's that fair? Two of them are— Okay then. Ahem. Alright, listen up. We'll let you off. But just it. You stared them down all right, Traveler. Notice anything off? Yep, that's it. What did I say? Come on, help me. Aino! Ineffa! We caught him! Do you need to check him out?
Analyzing exterior. No anomalies
Must be the processor then. Uh-oh! He's on the run again! Catch him! What? Is that him?
No, those are scrap sorting bots.
Okay, well now I'm getting curious. But we need— Try sucking him out! No, it's not possible. I mean, my prospector bots, there's no way they have awareness. It seems like he can communicate.
Can you mind your own business?
Jeez, why is this?
Oh, just you wait. If you don't get out of my sight, I'll round you all up and send you straight to the fortress of Marrowseed.
The fortress of Marrowseed.
What is it again? Marrowpeed. Yeah. Would you stop with the personal?
Whoa, what do you mean, girl?
I'm a girl.
Okay, well, I'm not sure what happened, but, well, guess the only way to find...
Don't come any closer! Somebody...
It's okay. I'm a girl, too.
That doesn't change anything!
Apologies, Traveler in Paimon. Aino prefers to devote her full focus. Perhaps it would be best to follow up tomorrow.
Are you running away? Weird. I know I only installed an average Nog crime. Aino! Ineffa! We're here!
Greetings.
I mean, I found the source of the malfunction, but now I have way... What? Why?
The bot has the wrong core. It is not the one Aino installed originally.
It has the wrong core? Yeah, it's no big. The problem is... Really? Is it... No idea. What I can't... Wow.
The core originates from Fontaine, but little is known about this technology.
Yeah, but it's charred. I doubt it, but the best protective...
In the event that my core system...
Ah! Knock on wood, knock on wood! Your core is gonna be just fine, Ineffa.
I was engaging in a hypothetical discussion.
Doesn't matter, you still gotta say it.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, huh? Anyway, I bet there's other data preserved deep in the core, too. Otherwise, this thing wouldn't be able to talk. And I'm gonna extract it all. Man, this core is so bingo! That's the question, isn't it? Who replaced the original core with this one and why? I mean, even though it's bingo! You know what happened the day before it started malfunctioning? The Fatui chased a group of treasure hoarders straight into my workshop. I'm thinking the treasure hoarders stole the core from the Fatui and needed a place to hide it. So, they stuffed it in my... Makes sense, don't you think?
Of course. In fact, intel from the Curatorium appears to corroborate this hypothesis. Several of Marinette's subordinates were robbed on their way back to Snezhnaya. Although it is unclear what was stolen, the culprits were identified as a group of 3 treasure hoarders. Their leader is a silver-haired woman wearing a hood. As for the remaining 2 members,
Wow! So Paimon was...
Actually...
who cares? Yehoda said they're just a bunch of... Yeah. If those treasure hoarders really did... Let them come. If they're nice, I'll even share my crunkakes with them. And if they're mean, Ineffa will give them a good... And if they try to take back the core? I already thought of that. I'm just gonna hide... Ineffa, can you get little Char... Okay, hold on to your hats.
What did you just call me?
Come on, we have to call you something. What? Do you already have a name?
Lombro.
What kind of name is that? Did you get it from somewhere? Oh, so use Lombro as a last name. Huh, I kind of like it. Then it's decided. You're Charred Lombro from now on. Nope, you're stuck with it either way. You're the one who decided to hide out here, so from now on, you work for me.
malfunction. This bot has no capacity to like or dislike.
Huh? Well, because its core was destroyed 6 ways to Sunday. So, right now, remember how I found the word charred in the data? Well, if that refers to a... Oh, anyway, we can figure all that out later. First, why don't you take the reins? Nice job! You've got some engineering chops, and thanks to you, I'm now the proud owner. I expect good work out of you, little Char.
Like I care.
We gotta do something about that temp. There. Much cuter. Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, Paimon, I can make them into flowers or use them to upgrade my console. Oh, deal. Awesome! Turns out Ineffa was right all along. Good luck out there on your travel.
Save me. Save me.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know. Just standing there. Hey, what's going on here?
Keyword detected. Meditated.
Whoa! You gave Paimon a...
No. However, it was Yehoda's request.
Yehoda's so stressed that she's gotta meditate to cope with it all?
I do not know. However, Yehoda said she has been suffering from insomnia for... First, I let her stand in my kitchen, close her eye by stimulating her olfactory module. I believe there would be a decrease in activity in her. It successfully stimulated her appetite. She consumed the finished krumkakes with incredible efficiency. Unfortunately, she consumed too many and proved unable.
That's normal. We're not robots like you, after all. The more we smell food, the more we want to eat it.
That is indeed true. Afterwards, I tried to have her body should have been able to enter sleep mode more. It did not. She finished half her exercises, realized she had an unfinished... After she returned, she crouched down in a corner. I was so tired from all that training. My legs gave out while guiding my clients through the ruins. I basically crawled the whole way. If following this, she was once more unable to sleep. In the end, we decided to give meditation.
Boss Neff. No. Huh. Seems like the meditation was pretty effective.
I do not think Yehota's sleep is related to her meditation. First of all, the meditation steps I analyzed. The goal of meditation is to enter a deep state of tranquility. For an ordinary person, this deep state is close to dozing. For me, this would be closer to a low-power standby mode, where one cuts power to certain components. That said, were we to shut down some of Yehota's components...
So, meditation wasn't supposed to work.
In truth, I do not understand either. When Yehota lay down and tried to fall asleep through meditation, she "Don't run off too far, or I might get ambushed in my sleep." I answered her. After that, like I do with Aino every night, I held Yehota's hand as she slept. After a while, she did.
Tell me, robot, this is something I did myself.
Yes. And if either of you need help sleeping, please consult me at any time. However, Oh, by the way, I have leftover krumkaki bolts. Goodbye.
Points for agility.
Bring it! Rev the engines!
The gloomy skies overhead. Just like the last time we were here. The air's up. We didn't get a good look then. Oh, Paimon remembers there's that really tall tower. So, let's explore the area more fully this time.
Good day, you two. Assuming I don't have the time wrong, then let us forego these niceties. It is always dark here in the final night cemetery.
Phew! Well, it's good to see a familiar face.
You needn't worry. This is my humble abode and the tomb of the Lightkeepers. And while somewhat dark, it is on the whole a safe place. That being said, I rarely receive visitors here.
Well, to be honest, we just wanted to see where you live.
I see. In that case, as guardian of the tombs here in the Final Night Cemetery, allow me to extend the warmest of welcomes to you both.
Wait,
That is correct. As you may have noticed, this island is dotted with headstones.
not at all. If anything...
Apologies. It was meant merely as a gesture of the but I suppose it is a tall order to expect people to suppress their fear of the spirits on this isle, while if you still have misgivings, I can only suggest that you avoid staying outside where possible, although that might render your sightseeing experience Most of the camps on this isle have been removed, and only the lighthouse remains, symbolizing the many battles the Lightkeepers have fought against the Wild Hunt.
Yeah, first thing we saw when we arrived.
Years of disrepair and a shortage of fuel, I'm afraid. As this island became abandoned, in the past it guided people on their way to and from the island. But all those people now lie beneath our feet in eternal rest. Well, that is perhaps not entirely accurate. In which case, since you are not used to the darkness that shrouds I too know well the comfort that a distant ray of light can bring on those lone journeys through the cold night. Speaking as a lightkeeper, we no longer need the building all that much, and I am under no official obligation to maintain it. And personally, I am more partial to the night than the day. Besides, I have a lantern of my own. I would rather tend to that than rely on a more distant warmth. As such, you should have no issues using it, so long as it helps you. I believe there should still be some backup fuel for the lighthouse stored in an old tent to the north, and if you should need to find me, I will meet up with you once I have completed my urgent tasks.
The sky is so dark. I'm scared. You sure took your time, didn't you?
Does he mean...
Look at you, shaking like a leaf. Come on, grab your stuff and let's go. Perhaps I'll even tell you a ghost.
What? A ghost telling us ghost stories? Wait, hang on.
You ever heard of the blue fire? As we all know, when you're out walking out at night, you should never look behind you and never look all the way down at the ground. Well, that's because the Wild Hunt watches us from the darkness. They wait for you to lose your way in the fog. And that's why it's dangerous to travel alone in the dead of night. But sometimes, if you're lucky, you'll see a blue lantern shining out in the darkness. They say it only appears if you've run into the Wild Hunt or if you can't find your way at night. Don't ask me what it is, because I don't know. My granddad says it's one of the Fae that used to live in Nodcry in ancient times. But it could equally be the ghost of one of our... Whatever it is, the blue lantern seems to be on our side. The side of the Lightkeepers. I'll bet... Ah, shucks, look at me talking away. I totally forgot I've still got fuel to move.
Wait, but we brought all the fuel with us! What's this guy talking about?
All right, I'd better get back. See you later, scaredy cat. It's nearly time for my shift.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
Oh, finally, we're here! Let's find where the fuel goes and pour it in.
Great, the light's on. Guess I won't have to worry about moving.
Hey! It's the ghost from before who was...
The wild hunt came. It passed through all the graves. The fog clung to our ears, stuck to our mouth. To the lighthouse! To the lighthouse! We've got to get a signal to the units outside before they... Don't just stand there gaping. Pull yourself together. Have you forgotten how to send signals? Come on! We're all gonna die. They'll strip the bones from our spines.
Something's off! All the ghosts are coming this way!
We too shall cry tears of blood. The wild hunt is here! We've got to think of something quick! Okay, we'll try and stall them at the base of the lighthouse while you head up to the top.
Up to the top.
If you've forgotten how to send signals, check the handbook. We nailed it to the tower for moments just like this.
Do not fear.
Don't leave our bodies to the wild hunt. I beg of you. That is no way to die.
Death. Wild hunt.
Oh, the ghost sounds like they need us to head up, find the
Lighthouse.
The handbook says, there are 5... Okay, the signal is sent. Let's go check on the ghosts.
Horizon.
What happened here? A whole host of ghosts surrounded the lighthouse. I sent them, and when they saw the lighthouse flashing, they departed.
Oh, it was pretty scary. They completely surrounded us and bet...
I sensed it too. Up until just now, that is. When these ghosts started getting... They asked you to send a signal out. How peculiar. This can only mean that lighting the lighthouse has somehow caused a change in them. The ghosts here tend to stick to fixed areas and repeat. They have a rather indistinct appearance. But when they fix their yearnings, consider it a natural talent of mine. Ghosts are the echoes of living souls, a portion of their thoughts and memories that, for certain reasons, fails to enter the ley lines at the moment of their death. and thus the ghosts in question were lightkeepers in life. And as such, I believe the lighthouse is deeply embedded in their memories, something they are instinctually drawn to. Relighting it must have stirred something in their memories, causing them to depart from their usual behavior. You might not be aware of this lighthouse's past, but it once served a great many functions. From guiding passing merchants and lightkeeper fleets, in the days before this was a graveyard, its light was never once extinguished. It came to symbolize the hope and warmth that the lightkeeper sought to bring to Nodcry. But alas, the light of this historic outpost was snuffed out in a According to our internal records, that conflict cost the island 90% of the troops stationed here.
Wait, a warning signal? So, they didn't use a distress signal and call for help?
Indeed. The warning signal saved the nearby merchant fleets and patrolling lightkeeper ships. Without it, they likely would have been pulled into the fighting with little knowledge of the situation. But at the same time, this signal also cut the troops on the island off from any possibility of rescue. The Lightkeeper Oath contains a line that goes as such: "Our bones and blood we shall use as fuel. We shall make life greater than death." It is a line that strikes at the very heart of our principles. Should we find ourselves at a great disadvantage, we are to prioritize the preservation of life and ensure humanity's long-term survival. After all, the wild hunt is a never-ending threat, while our numbers are limited. This principle is most cruel to those who must sacrifice themselves.
Shoot! So we sent out a distress signal, but what the ghost actually wanted was for us to send a warning signal, right?
You feel you unwittingly did something wrong. Ghosts are but the memories of people that once were. Still, I can see that you're concerned about them. And truthfully, so am I. If you wish to find them, just follow me. Ah, yes. And please do not be alarmed by anything strange we may encounter along the way. He who wishes to peer into the abyss needs simply to wander through Nodcry on a misty night. The march of the wild hunt will be sure to drag him into the darkness. Let us have a modicum of patience for the richness and complexity of humanity. The wanton cruelty of the few is not worth our ire. He who wishes to peer into the abyss needs simply to wander through Nodcry on a misty night. The march of the wild hunt will be sure to drag him into the darkness. Let us have a modicum of patience for the richness and complexity of humanity. The wanton cruelty of the few is not worth our ire. People ought not be so frightened of ghosts. They are merely talking shadows, chattering away endlessly about their past affairs. Let us have a modicum of patience for the richness and complexity of humanity. The wanton cruelty of the few is not worth our ire. People ought not be so frightened of ghosts. They are merely talking shadows, chattering away endlessly about their past affairs. Let us have a modicum of patience for the richness and complexity of humanity. The wanton cruelty of the few is not worth our ire. People ought not be so frightened of ghosts. They are merely talking shadows, chattering away endlessly about their past affairs. Let us have a modicum of patience for the richness and complexity of humanity. The wanton cruelty of the few is not worth our ire. People ought not be so frightened of ghosts. They are merely talking shadows, chattering away endlessly about their past affairs. Let us have a modicum of patience for the richness and complexity of humanity. The wanton cruelty of the few is not worth our ire. People ought not be so frightened of ghosts. They are merely talking shadows, chattering away endlessly about their past affairs. Had reinforcements arrived on the day of that, you have to understand that ghosts are hard to reason with. How about this? We'll go in.
Don't come near us. Don't try to save us.
Help is on the way.
The wild hunt is coming in too fast. This place will...
So you don't need rescuing?
No, we do. Please save us. We can't help. Everyone else is gone, and we are lost. What more can we do? Please, someone, anyone, save us.
Ignite the blue lantern. It will guide you far from the wild hunt.
The blue lantern cannot bring back souls from the dead. Even if he can help you destroy...
Don't rescue us. Don't...
What's this supposed to be?
those poor souls. And so they sought the help that ought to have been... They will recall the unfathomable suffering.
We shall part the snow curtain of the sky.
We have sworn an oath, and we cannot wait for them to come. We are the last one.
We are the Light Keepers who shall...
Wait! Flins!
Again, they are but the replaying memories of once living people. It is not the ghosts who have rallied, but the Light Keepers who fought to the bitter end. Viewing the world through human eyes is like looking into a kaleidoscope. It is so complex and yet so beautiful. The sorrow and reluctance in the face of death. The longing for a life of peace and stability. The surprise... If it were up to you, traveler, would you wish to do something for them? Is that so? Personally, I do feel inclined to do something for them. In time, the memories and yearning of these ghosts will fit. My dear Retniki, now, let me once more lay you to rest. Look upon my flame and wander no longer. Return to your graves and forever rest in peace. 6 feet under may you slumber in your erstwhile homeland, and in sweet dreams return to the ley line's embrace. Some of their memories and thoughts have been dispersed. The rest will later return to their usual state. Unfortunate, at the very least, many of the ghosts on this island may have been affected, but if you're in the mood to keep exploring, would you come with me? I'd like to get to know them. It would be my honor.
Hal loves being antagonistic. Just ignore him when he's mouthing off. Don't let him get under your skin.
Can you? I dare you to release me and say that to my face!
Here's how I allocate my energy on a job. 70% goes to investigating, 10% to making a final decision, and the remainder for execution. I'm not the friend to come to for words of comfort or encouragement. But when it comes to weighing the costs of your actions, ask away. Hal loves being antagonistic. Just ignore him when he's mouthing off. Don't let him get under your skin.
Can you? I dare you to release me and say that to my face!
I'm not the friend to come to for words of comfort or encouragement. But when it comes to weighing the costs of your actions, ask away. Hal loves being antagonistic. Just ignore him when he's mouthing off. Don't let him get under your skin.
Can you... I dare you to release me and say that to my face!
I'm not the friend to come to for words of comfort or encouragement. But when it comes to weighing the costs of your actions, ask away. Here's how I allocate my energy on